7 o'clock.
All right.
Whenever you're ready, Mayor.
Very good. Good evening, everyone. I'd like to call the regular meeting of Mayor and Council of the Borough of Glassboro for March the 12th, 2024 to order. Karen, could you please read the opening statement?
Pursuant to the Open Public Meetings Act, I hereby announce that adequate notice of this meeting, as required by said act, has been provided by adopting a schedule of regular meetings for the year 2024, which schedule is posted on the Borough Hall Bulletin Board as well as the Borough website and forwarded to both the South Jersey Times and the Sentinel of Gloucester County and filed with the Borough Clerk on January 6, 2024.
Thank you. Can we all rise to salute the flag, please? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Karen, could you please roll call, please?
Mayor Wallace.
Here.
Mr. Brown.
Here.
Mrs. Garlick.
Here.
Mr. Halter. Ms. Miller.
Here.
Mrs. Spence.
Here.
Mr. Melandro.
Here.
Mr. Scafidi.
Present.
Mr. Brunemer.
Here.
And let the record reflect that Mr. Casabone is excused for this evening.
Thank you, Karen. We have no presentations or proclamations this evening. We have no public hearings, so at this time I'll entertain a motion to approve the minutes of the regular meeting of February 13th, 2024, as well as the closed executive session of February 13th, 2024.
Motion to. Second.
I have a motion and a second. All in favor state aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Abstentions? Motion carries. We have no communication, so I'll move to committee reports and begin with Council President Miller.
Good evening, Mayor. I have nothing at this time.
Thank you very much. Councilman Brown.
Good evening, Mayor.
Good evening.
I have nothing at this time as well.
Thank you very much, sir. Councilwoman Garlick.
Good evening, Mayor. I did have a brief report. I met today with Elena Powers, of the Director of the Park and Rec. We had along with Amanda Ortiz, we had a very positive meeting. She definitely wanted me to announce about the golf tournament, the 34th annual golf tournament. We are still looking for sponsors as well as for players. And they are maintaining everything that they have going on at Park and Rec with the Little League sports. And she's very excited about that. They're getting started this week with track and field. And I also had the opportunity to meet with Monica and Sarah, who run the senior center, and they have a host, as we know, of activities. They post their calendar the first weekday of the month. It's let out to the public, and the center was full of seniors today, being very active. So it was a very good visit.
Very, very nice. Thank you very much. Councilman Halter.
Good evening, Mr. Mayor.
Good
For
evening.
water and sewer, obviously, the lead-based pipe replacement continues, and beyond that, there's nothing out of the ordinary.
Thank you very much, sir. And Councilwoman Spence.
Thank you, Mayor. I'm in possession of the February construction report, and that's pretty much it. Thank you.
Thank you very much. The case, we have no unfinished business. Karen, could you take us through new business, please?
Yes, Mayor. I would like to request authorization for facilities use agreement for Town Square for the library sponsored performers program.
I'll make that motion to authorization.
Second.
Okay, there is a motion and a second. All in favor state aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Abstentions? That motion carries. Engineers report, please, Mark.
Yes, just real quick, townhouses are all underway. Most sections over in Camelot, that's continuing. Likewise with the building, self-storage, they're adding all the different levels on that to get there. Site work will be completed after they get done with the building. With that respect, let's see, the bakery is going whole hog as far as the weather permits them, getting into paving, and they're starting to get into base paving in the parking lot. So they are making progress on that one there. And High Street, we do have a meeting at the end of the week regarding some sidewalk questions we had raised by a couple residents as far as the impact. So we'll meet with them. Phase 1 has already had one punch list. Phase 2, we haven't had a punch list yet, so we'll be working on that. So they'll be looking to pave those this summer and close that job out. So that's all I have.
All right, thank you. Thank you, Mark. Anything from Mark? Thank you again. At this time, I'll turn the meeting over to our Borough Solicitor.
Yes, thank you, Mayor. Tonight we begin with Resolution 9624, authorizing Borough of Glassboro to apply for tonnage grant. Number 97, authorizing execution of HDSRF application, remediation of a discharge, bill radiator service. 98, emergency temporary resolution prior to the adoption of the budget for the current fund. Resolution 99, temporary resolution prior to adoption of the budget utility fund. And finally, Resolution 100, authorizing execution of non-disclosure confidentiality agreement between the Delaware River Port Authority of Pennsylvania and the New Jersey Port Authority Transit Corporation and the Borough of Glassboro. There are resolutions under the consent agenda for the reasons also noted under each item. Council moves for approval. Roll call vote.
Move for approval.
Second?
I have a motion and a second. Karen, roll call, please.
Mr. Brown?
Yes.
Mrs. Garlick?
Yes.
Mr. Halter?
Four.
Ms. Miller?
4.
Mrs. Spence?
Yes.
Motion carries. At this time, I'll entertain a motion to open the meeting up to the public.
So moved.
I have a motion and a second. All in favor, state aye. Opposed? Abstentions? Motion carries. The floor is now open to anyone from the public who wishes to come forward and address mayor and council.
You know the drill, Mr. Wise.
Good evening, sir.
Brother Rob, 114 East Avenue, Glassboro.
Yes, sir.
I just want to say thank you. I saw her and I says to him, come on, man, we're the street sweepers. I said, the street sweeper. He said, we got nobody operating. So I said, you know, but they did come by. And that's appreciated because I've been tired of doing all this. And they did a good job. So I just want to say thank you. That's all.
Thank you,
So when I
Mr.
see
Wise.
something well done, I'm gonna say it. But one thing I wanna say, he's not here today. I see trees leaning over on East Avenue. If they fall, man, we're out of electric. It's only a couple of them. So I was gonna say to him that I was gonna put it like a little red tag on each one that need to be knocked down. I know it's B&W, but they don't do anything. They come down there and they take care of their side, but I would like to see them take care of the opposite side, because there's a row of trees there, you know where I'm at.
Yes,
you
I
know,
do.
You know, in Mrs. Adams, you know where I'm at, you know, and there's a row of trees in there, and boy, they're waiting for a good strong wind, like we had a couple of weeks ago. You know, we saw a lot of stuff rooted up out of the ground, and the tree is still laying there now, because there's too much water in the back of my place where that tree is laying. So I saw the guys come out. They was gonna cut it, but they'd be walking in mud and stuff like that. It's right by the drain. So they waiting, I guess, for it to dry up. But other than that, I'm thankful for the street clean, and I'm looking for a good springtime.
Yes, sir.
So,
Thank you. Same to you. Thank you.
Anybody else from the public wish to speak this evening? Ms. Johnson? Seeing none, I'll make a motion to close the public portion.
Second?
I have a motion and a second. All in favor, state aye.
Wait,
Opposed?
wait.
Oh,
She may.
I think she was trying to get up. She wasn't.
She wasn't sure. 'Cause she just went.
do you have something to say, Ms. Johnson? You do, yeah.
I'll table the motion at this point.
All right, motion is to table. Come forward, ma'am. Yes, absolutely. Don't be shy. Yeah, I know that. I know that's right. That's why I was wondering why you were waiting back
I
here.
came in late. and
That's all right.
I tried to get up, but then you was,
It's always good to see you.
I ain't gonna be disrespectful.
No, you never are.
Hello, my name is Diane Johnson, 210 West High Street, Glassboro. And I talked to Ms. Miller about the water. I don't know if they would've checked it out or what, but when it rains, it gets really flooded in that space where we tore down the building. It's very, very flooded, and now all the water's coming in my yard. So I don't know,
Mark, did you have a chance to look at that or?
I haven't looked at that. We're talking with Clark, we'll verify as far as the slopes and the silt fence that's placed over there. So I understand they're supposed to come out and stabilize it and seed it so they can grow, but they gotta make sure the grading's work first before they seed it.
and like I was telling, Ms. Miller, you have to come, well, you can't come later because it decides so fast. and you won't get a chance to see it. But when it rains and it gets so flooded, all the mud is coming out into the road. I mean, that's not a problem. But the problem is that I took pictures, my yard get flooded because because of that. So I don't know if, because the building's not there or because it, not right, I don't know. But my yard gets very flooded when it rains, especially when it rains, and continue to rain, my yard is flooded.
I think to Mark's point, Ms. Johnson, once we get out there and look at it, they'll seed it, the grass, that might help it, so it's just not the dirt running right there.
Okay.
Cause I did share the pictures with them, so they,
I do got the pictures.
no, I shared it
Oh,
with
you
them.
did?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, so they seen how flooded it get, right?
That was
Okay,
after
my
that
next
bad
question-
rain, yep.
My next question is, I know that nothing that we do about it now, but when I was in the library parking lot, this older lady was looking for the library, and I showed her where the library were. And I told her I would go over and try to find her a parking spot, but I couldn't find none. She parked in the library, the old library. She walking with a walker, she's an older lady, and she had to walk all the way from the library, across the street into the new library. I think that's a shame. I really do. Because there's nowhere for her to park at. Where do they park? If the new library is gone, so where do she park at? Where you supposed to park?
There is a lot closer, right on High Street, or Main Street, almost directly across the street from where the new library is.
On Main Street, right there where.
Right next to where the bus station is, right next to where the bus station, or the bus stop is. Right
next to
there.
University Pizza.
Yeah.
Place that used to be.
Yeah, but if there's more cars there, and you can't park there, then they gotta walk. I mean, I just think it's a shame for the seniors. Don't matter to me, I walk out all the time. But for the seniors, I think it's really a shame that they have to park so far and to walk with a walker or a cane to get to the library and to cross the street. Half of them scared to cross the street like that. So, that's all, that's it.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Ms. Johnson.
Seeing no others, make a motion to close the public portion.
Second.
I have a motion and a second. All in favor, state aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Abstentions? Motion carries. The public portion is now closed. At this time, I'll entertain a motion to approve all duly authorized bills.
So moved.
Second.
I have a motion and a second. All in favor, state aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Abstentions?
Mayor, 2 abstentions, 24-00781 and 24-00844. Everything else, yes.
Thank you very much. Abstentions have been noted. Motion still carries. Any comments from our administrator?
No, sir.
All right. I would just like to thank those that came out. Mr. Wise and Ms. Johnson, I can address you by name because it's just two of you tonight. But thank you very much. It's always good seeing you. I encourage anybody from the public to come out and share the good, bad, and indifferent. And with that, I'll entertain a motion for adjournment.
Motion to adjourn.
Second.
I have a motion and a second. All in favor, state aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Abstentions? Motion carried. This meeting is now adjourned. Thank you very much. Next regular meeting will be March 26, 2024, 6 p.m. Enjoy the warm weather, everybody.